Ngoyi Street, formerly known as Bree Street, which exploded in 2023, is still closed with no sign of being reopened anytime soon. And there has been no progress in reconstructing one of the busiest streets in Johannesburg Central. Ziniko Mhlaba is in the Johannesburg CBD this morning. Ziniko, a year on, what does it look like?
Good morning, Aledi. Well, a year later, this is still a construction site that, has not been having any progress in terms of its reconstruction towards, the deadline which was set for this street to be reopened. And of course, we're talking about December. That's what the former mayor of the city of Johannesburg, Mr. Kwamanda, told, the nation that this street will be opened by December. We're 3 months away from that deadline and nothing has been done. And of course, the estimated cost of this particular street is expected to be 200 million. So nothing has been done, Naledi at all. And of course, if I'm just going to be able to just step out of shot so that you can see that all these vehicles that are coming down from Newtown using Lillian Ngoyi Street up until where we are, they are still being diverted to neighboring street here in the Johannesburg Central. But, this street or the closure of this street has also had some serious impact on local businesses. And you will know that in the Johannesburg CBD, there are many people who are using the sideways of this particular street for business purposes. I'm talking about hawkers. So they've also been affected. But let's get an update now from the local ward councillor, Sihle Ngozi, who's been, at the forefront of trying to ensure that, there's progress and that there is serious movement. And of course, that this street gets opened on the set deadline that was set down by the Mayor, Mr. Ngozi. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. Talk to us about what do you know to be the delay behind opening this particular street from your understanding?
Morning to you and your viewers. To be quite frank, last week I issued a communique registering the concern because there's no communication between the entity responsible and the relevant stakeholders. There's no communication. That communication one has is the contractor was terminated because of poor performance. That is where we are. That is what I know. There's no further communication. So what I also had is the guys, they've taken each other to court. So that is what I know as a ward councillor. So I'm in the dark like all residents of the city of Johannesburg.
That would be very interesting because also as a ward councillor, you do sit in the Johannesburg Council as well. Has there been formal communication to the councillors in the chambers of the city of Johannesburg in terms of updating you as local leaders about what exactly is happening on the ground here?
Not at all. Not at all.
So now, as someone who's been dealing with this issue for some time, talk to us about the impact on the residents who are living around this particular street, but also those that, selling their product on the side. What has been, the economic impact on the closure of the street?
It is very unfortunate, Ziniko, that a year later we find ourselves in this situation. And we speak about inner city rejuvenation, but we can't get the basics correct. The reality is, it is not only 60 residents who are affected. The taxi industry is affected. Business people are affected. But the biggest conundrum now is in the entire area, the crime has increased drastically. And it is something that we've been talking to as councillors and strategic stakeholders. Unfortunately, people are not prepared to properly communicate and do exactly what they are employed to do. And we are also calling to asking the relevant senior management from JRA to really speed up the process of this road. This is one of the strategic roads, the economic hub road. The more you delay, I can tell where, as I'm standing here, FNB is about to close the doors. There's another company that is also considering leaving the inner city. So you are losing strategic businesses because of people who are just complacent. That is my take. So we are losing people, and we hope and pray that bonuses will also be performance-based. We cannot be a year later we find ourselves in this situation with no explanation. This is uncalled for.
Thank you very much, Councillor, for your time.
Thank you very much, Ziniko.
Thank you very much. That's Mr. Sihle Ngozi. They're just giving us a sense of what is the impact of the closure of one of the busiest streets here in the Johannesburg CBD, but also saying that there's a serious impact in terms of key stakeholders leaving the CBD, especially those that are located along the street. So we will try to speak to other stakeholders who are affected by this. We know that we have a confirmed interview with the mayor later on, so that we also get an update from the city of Johannesburg in terms of what is it that is delaying the reconstruction of this particular street.
There's Ziniko Mhlaba speaking to us from Lillian Ngoyi Street in the Johannesburg CBD.